Today we learn about jobs. There are four interesting questions that we always ask about jobs. Question number one is, what do you do? Number two, what do you usually do? And where do you work? How do you like your job? I will translate for you. Number one, what do you do? តើអ្នកធ្វើការអីដែរ Number two, what do you usually do? តើអ្នកតែងតែធ្វើអ្វី Number three, where do you work? តើអ្នកធ្វើការនៅឯណា Number four, how do you like your job? តើអ្នកចូលចិត្តការងាររបស់អ្នកដល់កម្រិតណាឬក៏ដែរឬទេ សំណួរទាំង4ហ្នឹងគឺជាសំណួរដែលគេតែងតែសួរអំពីតកតងនឹងការងារយើងមើលខាងក្រោម Do use with I you we they Does use with he she it If you ask about a girl or a boy, a woman or a man, what does she do? What does he do? Or what does she usually do? What does he usually do? Where does she work? Where does he work? And how does she like her job? How does he like his job? We change do to does. There are many jobs that we going to learn today. Jobs. Number one, a florist sells flowers in a flower shop. Number two, a secretary types letters in an office. A doctor helps sick people in a hospital. A dentist fixes teeth in a clinic. A teacher teaches students at school. A baker bakes bread in a bakery. A cook makes food in a restaurant. A mechanic fixes cars in a garage. A student studies at school. Now I will translate for you. A florist អ្នកលក់ការ A secretary លេខា A doctor វេជ្ជបណ្ឌិត A dentist ពេទ្យធ្មេញ A teacher គ្រូបង្រៀន A baker អ្នកដឹកនំ A cook ចុងភៅ A mechanic ជាងម៉ាស៊ីន A student សិស្ស Now ask and answer by using 3 questions. Number 1, we can ask, what does a florist usually do? Answer, a florist usually sells flowers. Where does a florist work? A florist works in a flower shop. Number 2. What does a secretary usually do? A secretary usually types letters. Where does a secretary work? A secretary works in an office. Number 3. What does a doctor usually do? A doctor usually helps sick people. Where does a doctor work? A doctor works in a hospital. Number 4. Where does a dentist work? A A dentist works in a clinic. What does a dentist usually do? A dentist usually fixes teeth. Number 5. What does she do? She is a teacher. What does she usually do? She usually teaches students. Where does she work? She works at school. How does she like her job? She really likes her job, or you can say she likes her job. She don't like her job. She doesn't like her job. Number 6. What does he do? He is a baker. What does he usually do? He usually bakes bread. Where does he work? He works in a bakery. How does he like his job? He really likes his job. 7. What do you do? I'm a cook. What do you usually do? I usually make food. Where do you work? I work in a restaurant. How do you like your job? I really like it. Number 8. What does your father do? My father is a mechanic. What does he usually do? He usually fixes cars. Where does he work? He works in a garage. How does he like his job? He loves it. Number 9. What do you do? I'm a student. What do you usually do? I usually study. Where do you study? I study at school. How do you like your job? Yes, I love it. Now as an answer, what does he do? He is a dentist. Where does he work? He works in a clinic. What does he usually do? He usually fixes teeth. How does he like his job? He really likes his job. Now you look at the verb. All verbs used with he, she, it. In a present tense, we add as works, fixes, likes.